It's happened! Finally, Hot Toys have put John Wick and Donnie Yen from John Wick Chapter 4 Parabellum up for pre-order, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Let's take a look. Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Hot Toys 1/6 scale John Wick and Caine from John Wick Chapter 4 Parabellum. Really actually like this series of movies. What I like about it is just over the top. It's more like watching gameplay from a very violent shoot 'em up computer game, but it absolutely works. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but I love the setup as well of the first movie. I mean, come on, you kill a man's puppy dog. Yeah, he's going to be annoyed. Right, so anyway, this was teased, these two particular characters. We got like a shot of, I think it was the tailoring on Caine's character and John Wick's character from Chapter 4, and then we heard nothing for ages. It was actually put up on the banner or something like that and then taken down on Hot Toys social media, if I'm remembering correctly. It was definitely posted, I think it was posted on Hot Toys Instagram and Facebook, and then it was removed, and people were wondering, was it a licensing thing or was it not ready, or did someone just make a mistake or whatever. Then we saw some of the figures actually, I think, was it China Joy? I can't remember, was it, no, I think it was AGH or AGHK or something like that. I'm completely butchering that, but no, it doesn't. I don't think it was China Joy anyway. I think that was InArt. Anyway, we saw these two prototypes at a kind of a toy showcase, kind of a figure showcase over the summer. So there was the teaser, there was the prototypes, and then yeah, we got that other kind of backstage image of the John Wick head sculpt there a few days ago, and now we've got all of the prototype images, I suppose. All right, let's take a look really quickly. I haven't really had a good look at these because I saw them on my phone when I was busy, the usual story. So straight off, yeah, look, there's no question who this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be John Wick or Keanu Reeves. Do I think it is the best head sculpt we've ever seen? No. Do we think it's perfect? No. Do we think it's a bad head sculpt? Not at all. I think it's a very strong head sculpt. There's no question this is Keanu Reeves and John Wick. It's a lot better than that Matrix 4 one anyway. So yeah, I do like this. First initial impressions. I want to go very quickly, I want to skim through and take a look at everything that comes with. Really like tailoring here and the patterns and stuff like this. There we go. Now I will be looking at this one because this is the one I'm interested in. I don't have a John Wick. I put off getting the Chapter 2 version for a long time. My initial thoughts on this were head sculpt is an improvement. Still not like, you know, the best head sculpt I've ever seen, but an improvement over the previous one. But also, it seems to lighten the guns. Now, when you take a closer look then, especially if you're getting the exclusive accessory rifle, you still have like 3 kind of modern style guns, one of the dueling pistols, nunchucks, and a bloody bow and arrow. They haven't given us a Hawkeye from the Hawkeye TV show, but they've given us a bow and arrow for John Wick. Anyway, so what's it come with? I don't have a price for this. I would imagine, and I'm only basing this on the fact that Thrawn just went up for pre-order, and so did the Feral Predator. Well, it was announced anyway, and that Thrawn is due to release in Q4 of next year, 2024, or Q1 of 2025. So I'd imagine John Wick and Caine as well would be around that. I don't think it's going to push into Q2 of 2025, but I could be wrong. So I don't, that's just my prediction so far. Price wise, don't have a price. I'm guessing this is under 300. I'd say somewhere in between 250 and 300. Just looking at this, yeah, you've got a better head sculpt. I think you've got, do you have 2 hair pieces? Interchangeable hair sculptures, yeah. So there's one that's a bit straight down, there's one that's messier. See on the left here, you can see it's a bit like the hair is flopping down. On the right, it seems to be frayed out a bit, maybe a bit more sweaty or a bit more kind of a motion kind of style, as if he's in the middle of a fight or something like that, or running or whatever. So with that in mind, and the better tailoring and stuff like that, the weaponry, I don't think it's skimpy on the weaponry. I mean, if you look at it, you've got, if you're getting the special edition, 2 rifles, a handgun, you got the dueling handgun as well. You got loads of different hands, obviously, for the different they kind of have to give loads of hands for these, because I mean, there's a sword here, there's nunchucks, there's a bow and arrow. You need all these different types of hands. I mean, you're not going to use the same hands for the bow and arrow that you're going to use for nunchucks or a rifle or whatever. You see my point. So there's actually, my first impressions, I thought this was a little skimpy, like not enough, a little sparse, I suppose the word is, that not enough accessory. But looking at it now and breaking it down, actually does come with quite a lot. So I'm guessing this is in around 285. That's my guess for this one anyway. Maybe Donnie Yen might be a little cheaper or something like that. But anyway, so it comes with 2 interchangeable hair sculptors, one a bit sculptures, did I say? One a little kind of tamer, and then one a bit more messy with kind of bits of hair kind of flicking out and stuff like that. Separate rolling eyeballs function. It comes with a bow and an arrow. If you're getting this one, you've got 2 different types of rifles. You got a stand, a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different hands. And I'm wondering, is that not including the ones that he has on? A bunch of gold coins, nunchucks, it's like a katana. Yeah, it's an actual sword, another rifle, a handgun, and then that kind of dueling style of pistol. So those come with quite a lot. I would imagine if this is my only John Wick representation, I'll probably get like, maybe pick up some of the weaponry from the older ones, or maybe a third party might do them. Anyway, let's take a flick through some of these images. I think that looks fantastic. Just like the sculpt. Now, this is where the sculpt really comes to life. You got those rolling eyeballs. They looking to the left here. Very, very simple walking pose. It just has so much presence. The kind of messier hair, the eyes off to the side, the tailoring on that 3-piece suits look fantastic. The texture looks fantastic. The tie is sitting very, very well. It's just lovely. And even just with the handgun there, it's such a simple pose. It's elegant. And that might be it. That might be all I need for this for John Wick representation. I mean, I'm not a diehard John Wick fan. I don't absolutely love the movies, but I have to say I enjoy them all. I didn't think I would. I thought I was kind of past just the action for the sake of action style of movie. I kind of I think that's why science fiction is my favorite genre, because you have the brain candy and then you have the eye candy as well. You have the action, but you have the bits that make you think. So if you think something like Tenet, you know, I had to watch it several times before I really pieced it together. The Matrix, I remember watching that a few times, and every time I watched it I picked up new things. Even like, you know, likes of Terminator 1 and 2 with that storyline, it just makes you think a bit more, and I really, really like that. You get the brain candy, but you also have the action and the pew pew and the eye candy, would say, like, you know, I mean eye candy in terms of action, you know, I'm not talking about anything else. Get your mind out of the gutter. So I think this looks fantastic. This would be my representation of John Wick, and I think that might be all I need. The Donnie Yen character, I'm not as sold on the Donnie Yen character as a lot of the community are, but you know, I like Donnie Yen. Again, I'm not a massive fan. I haven't seen every single one of his movies. I thought the character was kind of cool. It was like, part of me thinks it's kind of cool that he's blind, and part of me thinking going, yeah, it's a bit jumping the shark. I mean, John Wick is already unbelievable, like, as in, like, it's not rooted in reality really, and the further as the movies go on, they become less and less rooted in reality. And then the fact that he could do all this stuff when he was blind, I was kind of struggling that John Wick could do all this stuff and he's not blind. That's my point. So yeah, we'll talk about him anyway. So yeah, again, this here, I'm seeing Keanu, but I'm also seeing, I don't know what it is. It's not 100% there. I don't think this is a 10 out of 10 you know, perfect head sculpt. I don't think it's a 9 out of 10. I think it's a solid 8. Can definitely see Keanu, there's no question. I think if I was able to pop that off and just show it to a random person street going, who's that, they would say it's Keanu Reeves. But I don't think it's the most groundbreaking head sculpt I've ever seen. Love the texture on the suit and the waistcoat and the tie, and the fact that that 3-piece suit is sitting very, very well and not looking kind of like the Michelin Man. This head sculpt on the right here, see, I think that the rolling eyeballs function can either make a sculpt look a lot more like that actor or a lot less. And just there with the slight turning of the eyes, I'm looking at the sculpt on the right with the neater hair here, with the eyes slightly off to the left, it adds so much more, it adds a lot more realism to that particular sculpt because it gives it more expression, and I really, really liked that. Yeah, again, I think it's a strong head sculpt. I just don't think it's the best I've ever seen or anything like that. Not groundbreaking, we'll say. Loving the texture on the suit. You get nunchucks there. Love the way that it has the katana blade as well. I think I've got that right. Let me know in the comment section down below if I'm right or wrong about that. It's a katana style of sword. Would that be right? Love the rifle. I just think it's a very, very cool design. I'm not a gun person. I think I've shot a gun once. I went clay pigeon shooting. I love action movies and stuff like that, and I love their appearance in them, but I have no desire really to you know, buy a heap of guns or go shooting guns stuff. It's just, I mean, it's not really part of the culture here in Ireland really. Like, I mean, they use guns for hunting and stuff like that, I suppose, maybe, but yeah, just, I'm not a gun person, but I do appreciate the design and I like them in movies, we'll say, you know. So you have this, he's holding the handgun in his right, and again, that's a simple, I like that because you can incorporate two of the accessories, the handgun and this huge rifle. I'm trying to think, do they give us, I know that they give us two rifles and they're kind of similar, they're not the same, like the exclusive piece is different from the one that comes as standard, and I think it's actually, the one that comes as standard has a longer, is it magazine there on the front there? I think that's how I was telling the difference between them earlier on. They are different guns anyway. Is one of them the one with the dragon's breath? Because that was the scene, the standout scene from chapter 4 for me. I won't be posing him without the jacket, to be quite honest. His right fist looks huge and that it looks like mallets, but HotToys kind of do that sometimes. Some of the bodies they use, they're, you know, they look, the fists and hands look a lot bigger, out of proportion nearly than the rest of the bodies. Tie is sitting very, very nice. Belt. Yeah, the tailoring looks fantastic here. So sculpt on point, paint apps on point, sculpted hair. The fact that you get two is very, very good. Liking the design on the handgun as well, or that dueling pistol. Yeah, so that must be, I think this is the exclusive accessory one. Might have to double check that again. So this magazine looks huge. That's pretty damn cool though. Yeah. There's the highly detailed pattern fabric suit. Yeah, okay, so I just want to look at the difference between the two of these. So this one here has a scope on it. So the one that, the exclusive one has a scope rifle, and the one that's not an exclusive has a lot bigger magazine. Again, I hope I'm getting that terminology right, and it doesn't have a scope. I wonder if there's something else we can pick up from the description itself. No, there's not much. You see, when this goes up in Sideshow, you'll have all the different categories like additional details, figure details, measurements, all that kind of stuff. But it does a special edition available in select markets will include a rifle as a bonus. Just says rifle, it doesn't give the name of the actual gun. Okay, Graham, we'll take a look at Donnie Yen. So I am interested in the Johnwick. I think I'm going to pick it up. The question is, do I need a companion piece? Because the way I'm collecting, I'm getting more into just the iconic movie characters. I don't need, I've never been a completionist. I don't need to complete a line. I am a trooper collector for my sins. That's kind of like my Achilles heel. But in terms of getting every single No Way Home figure, or every single Endgame figure, every single, even Dark Knight figure, I'm a massive Dark Knight fan. I don't need every single figure. I don't need to complete the lines. Some lines I go heavier into, granted. I've gone heavier into, say, Endgame or No Way Home or The Dark Knight. That's grand, fine, or original trilogy. But I don't need to collect every single piece. You know, some characters are just side characters and I don't actually need them. Some side characters are pretty cool and I do need them. But look, genuinely, the Johnwick I'm very interested in. This, not so much, okay? Not so much, but I think it does look good. Sculpted hair looks fantastic. Really like the glasses. I'm not sure if I like the sculpted hair, I just like this guy's style. I'm gonna let that sit. He's got these kind of like almost rose tinted glasses. So you got the wedding ring there on his left finger, I believe. I know it's a wedding ring, but typically third finger, left hand, that would be where the wedding ring is. He's got an axe. This guy's all style. Now I'm wondering, like, I need to go back and watch it again, but you see, the one thing that is taking me out of this, granted this is 6 scale. See the stitching on the collar here? That's not 6 scale stitching, that's looks like regular stitching to me. Which is a total nitpick, but that might take me out of it a bit. It makes maybe cheapens the look of his suit, whereas in the movie his suit looked very, very fitted and looked like high quality. Again, I have to watch it again. Maybe that's the way the stitching is. Loving the buttons here on the left cuff as well. So he's got a Caine. Well, this character is called Caine. It'd be wrong if he didn't come with a Caine. I think he has 2 Caines actually. In his right hand here we've got the dueling pistol, those old-fashioned pistols. And we have Johnwick, and this Caine obviously, I think the top slips out from under it and you've got like a blade underneath. Right, so let's take a look at everything it comes. Again, I would speculate that this will ship or be released Q4 of next year or Q1 of 2025. Again, just a speculation. I don't have exact prices or dates yet. I'm guessing this is in around the 280, 285. I don't think this is going to be lower than 250, and I don't think it's going to be over 300. And again, who knows with licenses and stuff like that. So just taking a look at this Caine 1/6 scale collectible figure. Comes with obviously a Caine. You can take off the part of it and revealing the blade. I believe they're the same thing, just one is stripped. 3 different, is that 3 different guns? It is 3 different guns. They actually are all different. It's not even just 3 different configurations. I don't think it's, yeah, 3 different guns, handguns. Then you've got the 4th, obviously the dueling pistol, the shoring his shoes. Okay, whatever. You've got a base, a bunch of different hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, different weaponry, different hands. I can see where to do that. An axe. It looks like an iPhone with a white cover. That's actually some sort of a motion sensors or something he was using. Vaguely remember this. Was there a kitchen scene? And he was using these to track motion. I gotta go back and watch this again. You know what? There's so many good movies out there that I really want to go back and rewatch. And rewatching all of these would be definitely an option. Although I don't think I could watch them all in the one weekend. It's just too much violence. It just there's a lot of headshots and stuff like that going on. You nearly need to pick one and then take a break and then another one and so on. Like, but I definitely need to rewatch 4, and then maybe leave it a while and then go back and rewatch 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So. Is there any photos here? I don't think there's no photos here that I've seen of this guy without his glasses. Now, I don't think he appeared in the movie without his glasses, and also the character is blind. The second time Donnie Yen has played a blind character. I believe he played Jared Emway in Rogue One, fan favorite as well. Yeah, so I don't know. Can you take off these glasses? Why would you want to take off these glasses? Are his eyes closed under that? Just seriously, I just don't know. But look, the likeness is on point. I think they've done a great job with the sculpted hair, a great job with the proportions, the tailoring, and yeah, look, this looks like the character like he looked in the movie. So my question is, Johnwick is, yeah, what I like about this week is we had a feral predator, we have a Johnwick, 2 figures I am interested in. They are more than likely coming home straight into the movie icons display. They're not Star Wars, Marvel or DC. They've actually, by the looks of things, really delivered and they made it look great. Well, the thing is, I'm not sure I need a Donnie Yen. I'm not sure I need a Caine. However, if I was to get Wick and Caine, they'd be perfect, very complementary pieces that would look fantastic behind me in a detail from one of the cubes. And that'd be my John Wick representation. I wouldn't need anyone else, to be honest. I wouldn't. But yeah, so it's Johnwick is a yes, Caine is a maybe, but leaning towards no. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking up Johnwick or Caine or both or none. You can also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Happy Halloween.